conventional electrical generators, it's huge in size. So the only way to get rid out of this weight issue is you need to go for a high temperature or cryogenically cooled electric motors as well as cryogenically cooled superconductor generators. So that's the challenge, and this is one of the animation which is done by NASA, and this aircraft is known as Systol. So as I said, the challenges are lightweight, superconductivity has to be done, and you need to cool it with cryogenic fluid. So when you need to cool it, then the problem starts with turboelectric system, because you need to carry a cryogen on board. If you might have remembered cryoplane project, the biggest challenge was, though the hydrogen burns very conveniently with the gas turbine, but the biggest problem is how are we going to carry it on board. So again, that's the problem, that's a big question. If the scientists, you and me, the researchers, if we are able to address this problem, then I think the turboelectric should be a good solution looking forward. And the final one is the pressure gain combustion cycle. What is a pressure gain cycle? In the combustion, generally what happens is that a gas turbine is a continuous flow engine, and you find basically a certain loss in terms of pressure drop. There will be a pressure drop in combustion, but pressure, if you are able to gain the pressure, what is happening in the combustion chamber is, if you gain more pressure, you have a better SFC. But how is it possible? Is it possible because the gas turbine is a continuous flow? It's just a thought. It's just a device which can give you a increase in pressure. It's called wave rotor. The wave rotor is like, it's connected to the one end of the compressor exit and the other end at the combustion inlet. So what happens is, like, the cold air enters into the wave rotor and it goes to the combustion chamber, and again when the air enters here, the wave rotor is closed, so there is no flow continuously going in. So it stops the flow. So the flow, it's kind of constant volume combustion happening in the place. So that in turn increases the pressure ratio, and because of that increase in pressure ratio, your SFC is also improving. But the drawback in this is the timing valve. How are you going to control the valves and the thermal loads? And the control valve process it's very tough. So that's main challenge, and electronical timers to control these ports are again a big challenge. But these things, open rotors, turboelectric things, open rotor is, again, it has been investigated during 1970s, 1980s, but we are trying to address it again. We are trying to bring it again because it has enormous benefits with it. So with the present technology, we are trying to see whether is it possible to reduce the noise. Is it possible to integrate the engine in the airframe in some way which is convenient? So I tried to evaluate the concepts, all these 4 different concepts. So what I did is I laid down different parameters which are generally crucial when you talk from an engine point of view. Ultra bypass ratios, emission, noise, efficiency. Because of this global warming, we are always looking on these parameters: emission, noise, efficiency. So when you see all those things, comparing the engines with the baseline as a modern gas turbine turbofan engines, it seems to be like the turboelectric propulsion system seems to be a pretty much good solution. But when you see it with respect to time frame, the feasibility and the certification issues which comes with the engines, it seems like gear turbofan could be the immediate game changer, but it doesn't meet the future needs. So we need to do something else. It's not just the gear turbofan which is going to rule the okay. So next thing, if you see the open rotor, it shows a very good positive signs of being used in the future. Only thing is the challenges here. But now I think there are several European Union projects which is going on. Some reports suggest that some of these problems have been addressed, and some of the problems have been under research. But in the long term, when you see with respect to time frame, turboelectric propulsion system seems to be the promising solution. It seems to give the promising solution only when these high temperature and high speed electric motors and generators and cables are feasible. So to conclude my presentation, futuristic propulsion system has greater potential to meet the ever-growing demands. Until and unless we don't go for a step change, it's very tough. We can't meet the future needs. And the maturation of technology to reality depends on testing process, certification, and time frame which it gets matured. And aero engine technology follows the same trend of increase in higher efficiency, lower weight, and increase in life throughout the past 70 years, and that trend is going to follow over the years till the aviation industry is there. And respect to time frame, as I said in the previous slide, the gear turbofan seems to be an immediate solution, but the for a long run, turboelectric propulsion system seems to be a promising solution for eco-friendly propulsion system. And these are some of the reference being used. Thank you.
I think we don't have much time to discuss maybe one question. I should congratulate you for a very good review. The thing, of course, some of you may be aware, but it's a good review, I can say. In one nutshell, you have put everything. Any one question? Yeah. Okay, let us thank the.
Thank you.
On behalf of the organizers, may I request Chairman to hand over a memento to Mr. Policy Rajashekaran, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, now here's IIT show, IIT Kanpur show. We have 3 papers from IIT Stable. All the 3 papers are authored by Professor Ghosh, A.K. Ghosh and